Beit Jala. Today it is a town with about 20,000 Arab residents, mostly Christians. There are several opinions regarding the identity of the place, whether it is Gilo mentioned in the Bible, or Beit Galia mentioned in the Talmud, or Galena mentioned in the list of King Shishak of Egypt, or Galim mentioned in the Septuagint translation of the Book of Joshua, or according to local tradition, it is Beit Ephrata, which is Ephrat. Less than 2,000 years ago, with the beginning of the spread of Christianity, Christian monks probably lived there due to the proximity to Bethlehem, the birthplace of Jesus. According to stories from the Christian tradition, Saint Nicholas was there when he visited the Holy Land, and a monastery was built in his name. He became known as a giver of charity, and later in European traditions we became Saint Claus. In the Middle Ages, the Christian pilgrims called the place Rama. And over the years Christians lived there. At the end of the 19th century, the migration of local Christian residents to South America began. At the same time, the construction of churches of various denominations, Orthodox churches, Catholic churches and Lutheran churches, as well as Christian educational institutions began. In the War of Independence, the Jordanians occupied the area and Muslim residents began to arrive. In the Six-Day War it was conquered by Israel. More and more Muslims moved to Beit Jala and the area. On the mountain opposite is the Gilo neighborhood. Archaeological findings of a settlement more than 3,000 years ago were discovered there. Its identity is also not clear like in Beit Jala. It was found that there was a fortress and a settlement with a wall, courtyards, and the four-room house also known as the Israeli house. The place was active in the days of the First Temple. Graves were found from the days of the Second Temple, and it was inhabited during the times of the Romans and Byzantines. During the time of the Ottomans there was a small Arab village. During the War of Independence the Egyptian army bombed the Jews from this place. Until the Six-Day War, it was under the rule of Jordan, and after the war, it came under the control of Israel. In the 1970s, the Jewish neighborhood of Gilo was established, as part of the ring neighborhoods that Israel built around Jerusalem. It is within the Jerusalem municipality, and currently has over 30,000 Jewish residents, many of them new immigrants. In the year 2000, during the Second Intifada, the Arabs shot from Beit Jala at the Jews in Gilo and wounded several residents. In a defensive response, Israel built a wall and built shields on the windows of the houses. The wall was dismantled about 10 years later. Due to the neighborhood being outside the Green Line, any new construction creates an international intervention.